Diddy was doing this all the way up until 2024, y'all. He was doing this after his house got raided.
Yo, when Diddy said he can't stop, he won't stop. He meant that shit. Did y'all know that the last day before he got locked up, he was in that hotel, not to turn himself in. He was in the hotel about to have another freak off, and they caught him. They caught him mid streak off. Did y'all know that? Like, he was literally greasing up. He was squeezing baby oil on his hand. I don't even know how they got the cuffs on this nigga. I don't know how you open the door. Shit. Like, police. He like, I'm trying to let y'all in, nigga, but it's slippery. All right, mic check.
1, 2.
The title of this video is Diddy's Trial Just Exposed the Reason 50 Cent Will Never Forgive Him.
All right.
Never ever. Because he pissed on his baby mama.
Came out today in court after a bunch of denial and denying from everybody involved. Let's rewind a little bit. Do y'all remember when this guy on your left called Lil Rod, when he sued Diddy for playing with his publishing? So Lil Rod and Diddy worked on an album. Apparently Diddy jerked him out of some publishing. So Lil Rod decided he was going to do a lawsuit where he's going to sue Diddy not only for the publishing, but he's going to reveal all of Diddy's secrets and claim that Diddy violated him too.
Okay, because I want shit. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of shit. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Little Rod ain't worth giving this kingdom to if we don't control his publishing. I can solve his efforts with 3 other human beings. He's getting at our table, and I like his backstory, but you need to have other people. It's hard to work with him unless we have his brother. He's a piece of human, but we do not need his talent unless we can work with him.
But this is how 50 Cent and his baby mama tie into this. So according to Lil Rod, Diddy bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend. According to Lil Rod, the women who receive these payments, he claims, are Young Miami, Carisha, Jade Ramsey, don't know who she is, and Daffy and Joy. Now, he claims that Diddy told...
It's all the hoes he had on file.
That he was paying every month. They had a monthly stipend.
He had a monthly stipend for these hoes.
Damn.
Right. And one of them was Diddy, was 50 baby mother.
Damn.
That's why you hate him, son. That's why. I'll be mad too, especially when you know what Diddy be doing to him.
Well, these women were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combe egg workers. 50 Cent, being a complete savage, didn't shy away from Lil Rod and his claims about his baby mama. 50 Cent would take to his Instagram with a caption that says, "I didn't know you was an egg worker, you little egg worker. LOL, yo, this ish is a movie." Now this...
So he wasn't tripping. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were separated, so it didn't really make a difference.
Right, he ain't bugging.
It's somewhat embarrassing. Because you don't want to be...
your kid's mother.
Yeah. It's
at the freak offs.
It's somewhat embarrassing. I think stuff like that just make you question your choices. You're like, damn, what was I even thinking at that time?
Right.
Anyway.
Caused some friction between him and his baby mama because she would claim what Lil Rod is saying is completely false. In response to Lil Rod accusing her of being an egg worker in the lawsuit, she would write, "I am deeply hurt by the lie."
That's the one that Diddy stole.
Oh, word.
In Rodney Jones' lawsuit.
Allegedly. We don't know if he stole her, but you know.
The claim that I am an egg worker is 100% false and character assassination. I am retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against both Rodney and his attorney. But she didn't stop there. She would also levy accusations against 50 Cent because 50 Cent co-signed the fact that she was an egg worker. In a response to 50 Cent on her IG story, she would claim that 50 Cent is wreaking havoc, frenzy, and chaos on people's lives, claiming that 50 Cent think it's a joke, but actually it's not a joke because their lives are currently at risk and their safety is compromised. She would claim that she moved to New York to give him the opportunity to be a father, but 50 Cent hasn't really taken that opportunity how she would like him to. And she would also say, "Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of graping me and physically violating me. You are no longer..."
Whoa.
Damn. So
right. In fact, I remember that.
No,
she put that on 50.
She said,
I remember that. I remember her accusing that. This was a ways back. Maybe a year back. I remember that.
So these are new allegations coming out.
Right. She made those allegations. If I'm not mistaken, 50 struck back at her, right? But the thing is, pay attention to the whole I'm not an ex worker.
Good way to clean it up.
What she was saying, right? And then wait till later on in the story, you'll see that may be in and of itself false.
Girl, my oppressor, and my God will handle you from this point on. You have permanently damaged the last hope I had for you as a father to preserve our family with these last and final false claims made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last and final time. The way she was talking, bro, you would think this woman was innocent and 50
and wholesome, and
she attractive young lady though.
Yeah, she nice looking.
Yeah, she easy on the eye.
She got a little bit of Baywatch Hawaii look to her.
Baywatch.
I'm saying?
No.
She got a little hello.
She made up right there though. She got a lot of war paint on her face. I can see that.
Yeah, but she got a, you know.
That Lil Rod, they was lying on her, and she couldn't possibly know where they was getting this from. 50 Cent would end up suing her, forcing her to retract her claims that he raped her or he put hands on her. Now, here's the thing. Daphne Joy has been denying that she was ever a woman receiving a monthly stipend in exchange to be Diddy little egg worker. And she has pretty much lived with that until today, where she was forced to come to court and testify under oath. And all the lies that she's been telling about how she's never done that is not true. She got respect for herself. That went out the window during this testimony, bro. She spilled the beans. And she confessed to everything that she was being accused of. The only thing that I was surprised about while listening to her testify was, yo, how cheap a lot of these famous chicks are. You been thinking these famous chicks got money? No, they
Flacco's seen. He trying to see if it's within his budget.
He can go. Like, man, I got $80.
broke. And she's an example of this.
Jane Doe has officially taken the stand. She's victim number 2. She will be on the stand for several days, and a lot of her testimony sounds very similar to Cassie's. First met Diddy in 2020 on a girls' trip to Miami, and at the time, he was dating her friend, but he was still flirting with her and offered her his number. Two began texting and were calling each other nicknames. She would call him Ernie, and he would call her Bert. The day after meeting her, he texted her saying he wants...
That's weird.
I ain't Bert. Like two Muppets.
Yeah.
I put my hand up your ass.
Right. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
take her out, but she texted him back saying it felt complicated. At the time of meeting Diddy, she was living on the East Coast and said that he was pursuing her, and when her friend got engaged to someone else, she decided to give it a go.
Her testimony really showcased how these women ain't victims, bro. They're not. Like, they knew what they were signing up for, and they were going along with it for the bag. She went on a girls' trip with her homegirl who was dating Diddy at the time. And you know what she did on that trip, bro? She got Diddy's number.
Right.
Because she want to take that trip.
So she on a trip with her girl who's dating Diddy.
Right.
And got the number.
Like,
so she with it.
Right.
Yeah, she's trying. Yeah.
And that's her girlfriend's fault because, you know, she introduced her to the plug.
It's not her fault, man. That's
because her girlfriend was getting.
Diddy might have saw him, was like, yo, bring your girl with you. Tell her, come on.
Right.
Tell her I run on the boat.
Right. You're not allowed to tell Diddy no, so they say. Because he'll beat you down with his billions of dollars. And also his socks.
With a bottle of baby oil.
Right, yeah.
The Diddy behind the homegirl's back, pretending like, oh, I don't want to do nothing with you until cut it out, bro. And the homegirl ain't no better. Apparently, like after flying out with Diddy, getting buzzed down, getting her cheeks clapped, getting tossed all type of ways, silly. She was married and moved out the country a few months later.
She found a bigger bag. Damn, she probably found a Sultan.
She's a real scallop,
iron chic ass nigga.
Yeah,
but they want to doo.
Son,
I'm just saying, Diddy like the
I
P.
told you, don't say that.
You get to the next billions, they
want what?
They do more. They want to doo.
On her,
the sheiks like the doo. That's what they say.
We don't know that.
The Dubai doo.
Allegedly.
These are allegations. We don't know.
Come on, bro. Come on, son. I can almost guarantee, bro, whoever like the simp was that married that chick and took her out the country to live, bro, that man was dating that chick while she was getting her cheeks clapped by Diddy. You don't.
Nigga was a sultan.
You don't know that, son.
It was. Them niggas got a bunch of money, nothing to do.
You can't say that though.
They do. They got sharks and shit in their house. You know what I'm saying?
Go from being with Diddy to a few months later, you married and out the country already, bro. Cut it out. But Daphne Joy will say that once the friend apparently moved on, her and Diddy began a relationship. And what you will witness during this entire testimony, Daphne Joy is a bum, scrub, brokey, super broke. And she would essentially leech off of Diddy for whatever paper he would give her.
In January of 2021, she said she flew out to Miami to have their first date, and they spent 5 days in a hotel room. Said they had dinner on the balcony, they went all the way, and she let him know that she had a child with someone that he knew. This person did not get along with Diddy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Damn. So she already had a baby with 50.
Apparently.
Yeah.
He said that he didn't mind. During those 5 days, she said they did get dressed up and go out to a restaurant, and she was head over heels. A month later for her birthday, Diddy took her to Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas for a 15-day luxury trip, and KK was there as well as a chef, a butler, and at one point, even a barber. Diddy gifted her a bracelet that said love, and she told him that she was an influencer.
I've been to Turks and Caicos. It's nice. Yeah.
And that's how she made money. So because he was taking her away from her work, he wired her $10,000.
These chicks got game, I tell you. You an influencer, bro. You can post from anywhere in the world. You ain't miss a dime going on vacation. As a matter of fact, going on vacation actually helps you because you're able to take better pictures. But the only reason she's testifying is because they want to prove that Diddy was paying her for a monthly stipend to engage in rendezvous with other men. That's the only reason she's testifying, and she testified to that. But it didn't really seem at first that it was a direct transaction until she expressed that she didn't really want to do it anymore. That's when Diddy began to dangle the carrot over her head like, hey, you don't want to do the free calls.
Right.
Like they call it hotel time. Don't do the free calls no more. Well, hey, bro, how you gonna pay your rent? Hey, bro, you gotta go in 3 months.
She testified that he introduced her to X, Molly, Snow, and Kame, and those were the substances that they would take every time that they would sleep together. She said that part of her life became very intense because every time.
See, but that's only right.
Well, how's that only right? He introduced her to different types of narcotics.
No. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about when he said that he was dangling the carrot over her head.
Right, to get her to come back.
Right. If she truly didn't want to mess around, just leave him alone.
Yeah, just hey.
This is the price of dealing with. This has been the structure of our relationship from day one.
But don't she already got a kid? She got a seed with 50.
Right. So she apparently
he wasn't
needs
giving
a
her
certain
nothing.
type of dude. You know what I mean?
Certain caliber. Of
Certain
dude.
caliber dude. Niggas like Hawaiians and shit. So she found Hawaiian loving niggas. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And
That's her lane.
with a bunch of paper. You understand what I'm saying?
And she'll do it. She'll go.
Do it. So she was with it. And then at some point, maybe she's like, I really don't want to do this. Which is completely acceptable.
Respect.
I think a woman should 100%. If you don't want to do
Respect.
it, you should be able to stop right away.
Right.
But there's no reason for him to continue doing what he was doing for you.
True indeed.
If he,
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah. He can't get his rocks off. He can't get his baby oil shot
he's saying,
off.
you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. That's
right,
fair.
right. No more.
I just
money.
think I mean anything past that is a decision you made. You weighed it up. You said, "Damn, I really don't like doing this."
Right,
But you take care of me.
Because I'm being humiliated.
Right. Right.
That's not funny.
It's not. No. It's. I mean, I think initially she might have had fun. I'm just kidding.
Initially, she probably had fun to the end.
I think she made, and I think
or maybe she wanted more money.
Sometimes like a woman might do something that she feels wild at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy night.
Now
She's
it's 2
"Damn, this
months
every
later.
night." Like, goddamn.
Right, it's a lot of
How many
narcotics.
dudes you bringing in this
A lot of
motherfucker?
drugs.
You know what I'm saying? It becomes something else. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I think initially, it's Diddy. But then she ain't unfamiliar with that because she got a baby by 50.
True indeed. And then, like you said, she
See,
might have
I'm
went off
familiar
with a
with
salt
lifestyle.
gun or something like that.
Right. She probably was happy to get back in it because at the 150 split up, she probably was doing the rocks. That's why she was
Right.
hanging around with her homegirl. She was like, yo, I'm going to bag me another big fish.
Yeah. And she did with Diddy. He was giving her 10 grand a month.
You need the right kind of bait to catch this fish.
True indeed.
All right, here we go. We're going to shut up. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go.
That would happen. There would be red lighting, corn playing. She would wear dancer shoes, lingerie, and coated in baby oil. It would often last 24 hours, and it first started off making love, but turned into something else. He said that she and Diddy would often talk about his fantasies, and then said in May of 2021 in Miami, after being awake and high for 24 hours, he had brought it up. He suggested making one of the fantasies come true and inviting a man to the hotel, and she got nervous. He said Diddy's assistant.
So now we're talking about fantasies. So that means that they communicated prior to the freak offs. So she probably expressed some desire, like, yeah, I can see myself with you.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's money on the
But she
table.
probably thought it was never going to happen. She
I
probably
can't
thought it
tell.
was pillow talk. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. This probably
She probably thought it was
this
pillow
Diddy.
talk.
This Diddy.
Right, but Diddy's like, nigga, I do everything else.
Yeah.
She don't know he got a nigga waiting in the other room. She's like, oh, you would? You like
Right.
this type of
He
shit?
lubing up at
Right,
the time.
right. For real, it's funny you should say that. That's crazy. That's crazy. You like 2 dudes? Wow,
Right.
wow.
Right.
Started to prep the room. There was red lighting, and a man named Dawn showed up. He said Diddy and Dawn started talking, and she was sitting on the couch with her robe on, legs crossed, and she was nervous. When Diddy told her to stand up and start dancing to ease her nerves. He said Dawn was only wearing underwear, and Diddy was making himself happy. And then you know the rest. She and Dawn.
Hold on. He told the lady to get up and start dancing to ease her nerves. How would that help ease your nerves?
I don't know, son.
I've never thought, damn, I'm nervous. I should dance.
I never. I don't know. Maybe that's her position, man.
I don't know. That's somewhat weird, but
Yeah.
doing things, then she and Diddy did things and said it was taboo and thrilling at first, but it opened Pandora's box. Now Diddy
Right.
would call these sessions freak offs with Cassie, but she said with her it was debauchery or hotel nights.
That wasn't the only difference between her and Cassie. With Cassie's testimony, they're trying to prove Diddy made Cassie do it. He coerced Cassie. He made Cassie do it by force. He would put hands on Cassie. With the Daphne chick, they're not accusing Diddy of forcing this woman to do anything. They're accusing Diddy of making this transactional. She did it the first time because she really liked Diddy. After a while, it turned into a transaction. Well, and that's illegal, right? Like, you can't pay.
I don't know, man. I don't
Why
know.
you keep saying that? It's transactional, son.
I mean, it's transaction.
She's doing it, but she's also getting paid.
Does that eliminate everybody who tricks? You saying everybody who tricks,
Yeah, it's transaction.
everybody who tricks on a woman, they all
Yes.
committing crimes?
No, I didn't say crimes. We said
kinda
transactional. I'm giving you something, you're giving me something. It's that
Right,
simple.
and that's what I'm saying.
No matter what it may
I'm not
be.
saying it's the best relationship. I'm just saying, is it a crime?
Well, that's
Every
what we're
sugar daddy or sugar mama, that's a crime. That's kind of crazy, man.
I don't know, man. You know, they out for Diddy anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Engage in sexual activities. That's prostitution. That's illegal. And one of the charges is transportation to engage in prostitution. And that carries a 10-year, I think like a 10-year maximum. So if anything goes wrong, meaning if the prosecutor absolutely blows this case from this point forward, Diddy is gonna get found guilty of at least 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Cassie and this woman. And I don't feel like after Cassie's testimony, that can even be disputed. We can dispute whether or not they were forced to do it. I don't think they were forced to do it. I think they did this willingly for the love of money. But Diddy still transported them to engage in rendezvous and paid them monthly stipends. Not really Cassie, but Daphne and other women. I believe Diddy paid them monthly stipends to engage in these activities and then threatened to take it away once they expressed they wanted to stop.
And she said after that one time, it happened every time she saw him. And she said these nights were not short. It lasted 20 to 30 hours, involved 24 bottles of baby oil, and always followed the same script. Red lights, substances, escorts, and doing it while Diddy was doing his thing. She had told Diddy she didn't
And pick up your $10,000. You forget that part.
Right. You're getting paid for this. But that's the crime.
That's the problem.
That's the crime.
do this anymore in writing and verbally. He would respond and tell her, that's fine. If we break up, I'm not paying your rent. Because of that, she felt obligated to continue and said that Diddy was paying her $10,000 a month for rent and gave her cash, wired her up to $20,000 at a time, and told her to stay beautiful, available, and ready at a moment's notice. And whenever Diddy wanted these nights to happen, she said, I always had childcare ready. Because of this, she said she kept her appearance perfect, rarely saw.
She had somebody watch 50 Baby.
So
Little mean looking little baby and shit in the corner.
Right, auntie, I'm gonna give you $20.
Always waiting.
I'll be back in 48 hours.
Drop 50 something. That's why 50 can't stand this nigga. Yo.
Right.
I'm telling you.
You tricking out his baby
and said her
mom.
social media career dwindled. At one point, she tried to ask Diddy about being on OF because one of her model friends were on there, but he said no. He talked about a time when she went to the south of France in the summer of 2021 and said he was angry in the voice notes that he was sending her. Also talked about the fact that he wanted her to look a certain way during these sessions, saying he wanted her to have straight hair with a ponytail and wanted her to pierce, upstairs. He said they did take a short break in
What, the nips?
No, maybe.
She said Pierce upstairs.
Oh, upstairs or downstairs?
I believe that she said. She didn't say downstairs.
Pierce something.
All right.
2023, but it didn't stop the pattern of these nights. He said they got back together in February of 2024, which was after Cassie had filed her lawsuit and broke up a few months before his arrest. And she told the jury, it felt like a door I wanted to shut, but I couldn't.
With her specifically, I ain't trying to hear that victim talk, bruh. It's a door I wanted to shut but couldn't cut it out, bruh. I don't want to hear none of that, bruh.
Could have been bad.
None of
Right, just leave. He didn't even put his hands on her.
Nah, but he threatened to cut the money off.
That's the deal.
Hey, baby, it's what it is.
That's the deal.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, we ain't saying it's right.
Actually, I am saying it's right. The fuck? I'm not put it like this. I'm not advocating for any sort of abuse. That's
No doubt.
That's
Yeah,
never
not
cool.
at all. No.
But I think a transactional relationship is just that. They understand what the hell this is.
Yeah, and if you don't come back, I ain't paying your rent.
This is what I like. I mean,
That's what it is.
this is fair. What about otherwise? So you just
Stay
going to give
pretty,
me money for
stay
nothing?
pretty, stay
and I don't
cute.
get what I like.
Keep the ponytails at a moment's notice.
No, that's It is what it is, and you signed up for it. Shit,
She signed up
You
for
knew
it.
you had to fill that gap with 50.
She
Pause.
got with Diddy after Cassie's lawsuit. She got with Diddy after seeing the Cassie video. You were
Nigga,
After?
I didn't know that. So this is a fresh relationship.
No. I thought this was prior to the Cassie joint.
Nah, you heard what he said. He said he got with her hot. He was on the run or whatever, going through that town. They was kicking in doors.
And mess with her after the whole Cassie joint.
Come on, man.
She know what the deal was.
aware of who you was dealing with. This
You put it like this, she might be a damn spy. She might be a part of, you know what I mean? They might have sent her at him.
They might have.
not somebody who forced you to do anything. No. And even the prosecutors ain't gonna play like that. But because these women, especially women like Daphne, she understands that the stigma that comes with you, that you agree to essentially be an egg worker for Diddy, you agree to get bust down by multiple men. Yo, Yo, listen, she probably got with Diddy with like a 50-person body count. By the time she left Diddy, man, she probably had like 200. So you essentially ran up your body count by allegedly 150 people. For $10K a month, cool, I hope it was worth it. But now people is looking at you as recreational use only in perpetuity. Like, the only man who would probably ever love you at this point is Diddy, because I don't feel like I don't see any.
Diddy don't love women.
What?
He don't love women.
He don't love her. I ain't saying.
Only one he probably loved is Kim Porter, and that's probably only just because he knew her since he was young. You know how that be. You just got something in your head.
Yeah.
Diddy don't. I don't even think he liked them girls. I think they just a beard for him to do the gay stuff he want to do. He can't be all the way gay,
right?
Because people might find out, even though people are already saying it. So he got a little buffer.
It's all coming out now in court.
Yeah, that's his gay buffer.
And like who ain't starving? Because she don't got no paper. To me, 10K a month is like that's that's crazy. For only 10K a month, yo, a regular guy can give you 10K a month, bro. Diddy a billionaire.
So that's what trying. That's just
So throw
he just wants to get a little couple dollars. He's like, yo,
10K ain't nothing. He eat that.
Yeah.
They go out and dinner and eat 10K.
Right, for sure. No, but I'm saying Flacco was like, yo, I'm saying I got.
I give you 4,500.
Yeah.
I give you 4,500.
Working on no jumper. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you bored,
get your hotel room.
I'm short in that regard. But the only man who would probably wife her up is like a man working like a regular BS 9 to 5 who sees her as a come up, right? A man who's starving, don't got no crib, no car, no nothing, but he sees her as a come up. But I don't see no man who's worth their salt. I don't see another celebrity, another Jason Derulo, because that's who she also dated before Diddy was Jason Derulo. I don't see a Jason Derulo-esque white.
Another famous guy. It doesn't really matter.
Do up or holding your hands in public. Those days is over with. And I hope that 10K a month is worth it. But don't try to play that victim card now, bro. Don't try to move it like, oh, you was coerced or forced to do it. To try to maybe save face. So when men want to hold it against you, say, bro, I was forced to do it. I couldn't control it. Cut it out, bro. Oh, my God. But I can see why 50 Cent would despise Diddy. I would see why 50 Cent ain't squashing his beef with Diddy yet. Because, yo, when you look at Diddy, you got to look at a man who had multiple male escorts. Like, I'm releasing.
Tricking out his baby mother.
Tricking her out.
Tricking out his baby mother.
All the fluids. All the body fluids.
And they had to hydrate after that.
Right. You got to get an IV
drip. I need a drip after that.
Nigga, I don't want a whole more.
God damn. She walking around with a Camelback. One of them Jones was hydrate.
Right.
Jesus.
Bodily fluid all on your baby mama. And she came home and kissed. Oh, nah, bro. Because 50 Cent did say in an Instagram caption a couple of like weeks ago, don't kiss my son on the lips, you egg worker.
Because he know.
Oh my.
Because he's seen the Diddy tapes.
He didn't. Who said that, man?
50 had the Diddy tapes before everybody else did. Remember he was having that conversation when he was talking about, yo, somebody sent it to him and he called Diddy and was like, yo, that's when they was still on good terms. And he showed him.
Like, yo.
And then Diddy's only response was like, where you get that?
Take that.
And if you ask me, I think he was probably trying to catch him. Shit, even 50 said the time he tried to take him shopping. Now you know how Diddy get down.
Yeah,
he was trying
catch him.
That would have been a big fish for Diddy if he could have been able to.
50?
Ain't no way in the fuck 50 would have done that shit. Not the 50 we know.
Nah,
not the 50 that has presented himself, because we don't know the nigga.
Yeah,
anyway, all right, let me know what you think in the comments, man. Is 50 justified? Should he keep hating? I don't know if he hating, but he continue his attacks.
Diddy.
Right,
yeah, keep shooting at Diddy.
Keep coming at him. Y'all let me know. Oh, throw me the stress ball. What is stress ball? Don't forget your NWK stress balls. Only 9.